Hey Sam, what's up? My mic is working. I was just taking a break. Thought you don't like. I don't like the 1.12 client, but can you explain what will be the Unreal 5 Turtle WoW at the end of the year? Actually, yeah. Actually, you know what? I was talking a lot about Turtle WoW today with Vols, and actually got quite a few. So let me take a look here. There's actually one article here, one link here, or Turtle WoW 2.0. This is a technical report that talks about all the stuff that's done and not yet done for Turtle WoW 2.0. And also, there's another video that I was watching today by a female streamer. She got quite a few subscribers.
And come to life. The game. There's something really magical and captivating about seeing your old favorite game on a newer, more modern engine. We've discussed remasters quite a lot on this channel, from Diablo 2 Resurrected to, more recently, the Oblivion remaster. I've been pretty vocal when it came to the issues surrounding these remasters, but if we're honest, those particular issues had less to do with how the world looks on the engine and more to do with the creative liberties and decisions made by the people behind those particular projects. Still, I can't lie when I say that especially Oblivion on the Unreal 5 engine took my breath away. It's beautiful and it scratched a particular itch that I didn't even know I had. But there's one game that I honestly never thought would get this treatment, and that's WoW. I don't claim to be an expert on those matters by any means, but something about it just always told me like this wouldn't be possible. And then the team behind Turtle WoW announced that they're going to be extending the life of WoW by replicating the vanilla client in the Unreal 5 engine. As fever dream-esque as that might sound, this is a real project. They've released a video and screenshots so you can see what it's looking like so far.
Actually, there are screenshots. Hold on a sec. I've got like quite a few tabs open. I don't know if I closed them all. Yeah, so this is the one she's talking about with the screenshots. So there's this article here called Turtle WoW 2.0 Powered by Unreal Engine. There's a video. But in here, they've got some screenshots. You can kind of go through these screenshots and see kind of what the game looks like to some degree in Unreal Engine. And let's get back to the video. The one reason I wanted to show this video was she actually was given some what looks like some footage of the game in Unreal Engine 5 that I hadn't seen before. So let's take a look at that.
Far. So today we're going to be looking at all of these and discussing why I think Turtle WoW is actually the best place to see this sort of thing come to life. The game is now in a playable state, and I'll also be...
So here you can see that she's been given what looks to be the client, an example of what it looks like in Turtle WoW 5.0, I believe. I mean, let's see what she says. But this grass definitely doesn't look like regular World of Warcraft grass.
able to show you a couple of exclusive clips that were kindly shared with me by the Turtle WoW team. Before we get started, hi, my name is Angelica, and if you've been following me for a while, you've probably heard me mention Turtle WoW every now and again. I actually have tons of comments from you guys telling me to play Turtle WoW. And what you may not know is that I have in fact been living in this particular version of Azeroth for a while now. Semi-incognito, but more recently with a character that's literally called Angelica Tosh. To me, Turtle WoW is this thing that has reignited my passion for Azeroth in a way that no other existing version of WoW could. It feels good to log in and just exist here. It's the perfect mix of all of the familiar and beloved vanilla content that has us consistently going back to WoW, and brand new content that feels authentic and natural to the world. Whether that's added cut content that never made it into the original WoW, or additional story written by the Turtle WoW team which is based on and inspired by the lore. It feels really good to experience it, and it's the closest that I've gotten to replicating that feeling of my first ever time in Azeroth. The team behind Turtle WoW have said this themselves, and the biggest thing...
Yeah, I don't like the 1.12 client either. It's really clunky. So the thing is, something was announced today that's really interesting. So, I was talking to Voss, you know Voss from my Discord. we were talking about, we've been waiting for Project Epoch, and we want to play Project Epoch, but I don't think that's going to be ready for a while. So I never really wanted to play Turtle WoW because the client's so clunky. But they actually just announced, no joke, today they announced they are going to be releasing a new Turtle WoW server. If I can find the article. Like I said, I've got a lot of different links here. And well, actually, it's in my Discord too. Let's go to Discord. This was announced, no joke, today. I mean, I think the timing is pretty hilarious, as we all know. Yeah, as we all know, Project Epoch they've been trying to get that thing going all this past week, and it's interesting that Turtle WoW just announced this today. And it's interesting too. Torta is the person I used to talk to. I used to have private messages on Discord with Torta back, and I actually couldn't remember. Like, I mean, I've played Turtle WoW going back quite a long time, you know. And it was funny. I couldn't remember like how long have I played Turtle WoW? When did I first start playing Turtle WoW? But I went into my paladin, my high elf paladin character that I have here, and I'm in a guild called the Knights of Templar, and I was curious. I did slash guild info, and the guild I'm in was created in 2019. Um, so I joined this guild around the same time it was created. So this character's been, I've been playing Turtle WoW at least. Actually, and I was playing before this character. So I think I started playing Turtle WoW in 2018. Actually. But this character's been in his existence. And the client doesn't look. I mean, Sam right here. We're running. We're running a. You know, this is the Turtle WoW 1.12 client, and it runs fairly smooth. I think you'll see some of the animations are kind of clunky. Like if I go into attack, this spider here, especially this new ability, Holy Strike. It's a little crazy. But it's not like the worst thing in the world, right? What is up with this keybind? My keybind here for my just what's up, man? Let me go to my key bindings here real quick. Let's go to key bindings, and it's my main key bindings here. So it's mouse wheel down. That's obviously. See, my nameplates are back. Enemy nameplates I don't care for too much. We'll have to fix that. But yeah, it's not too bad. But the most amazing thing is, I mean, just going to Stormwind, there's like so many people on the server. Yeah. If I log out of my paladin, Project Epoch fails, streamers still. Yeah, I know. I can't believe there's people sitting in Project Epoch, like sitting at the Project Epoch launcher. Like that screenshot you said was classic. Like sitting at this window. Like people are doing streams for Project Epoch where they just have this window open and they're just sitting there. Like they're not even playing, they're just talking about, which is fine, but it's just kind of odd. Whatever. I mean, I too want to play Project Epoch, but we can't play it right now because the servers aren't up. So, just sit. Are they sitting in silence? It feels like they're sitting in like some sort of. It feels like they're being like exiled or being punished or something. But what I was gonna say is, I mean, look at the amount of people in Stormwind. And it takes a second to load them all. Like, look at Purdy, what's up? Look at how many people are in Stormwind. Holy moly! Look at this. It's like what? Well, here's the thing. I don't need to wait till the end of the year, Sam, because Turtle WoW announced today, which is like we just were talking about, Ambershire. Beautiful name, by the way. I mean, come on. You can't have a much better name for a server than Ambershire. You know, my wife's name is Amber, right? And I'm a big fan of the Shire. You know? Hey, come on. Lord of the Rings. All right. Anyways, so Ambershire is, you couldn't get a much better name than Ambershire. You know, it's my wife's name is Amber. Um, well, okay, so Ambershire is releasing on August 15th, which is just 2 weeks from now. And Ambershire is actually, we've got it too. If you go here, right? Ambershire is basically the most recent Turtle WoW content, right? Ambershire is going to be the most recent, whatever is the most recent Turtle WoW content right now will be on Ambershire. And it's going to start off with the regular, it's going to be a phased approach. You know? It's going to be a progressive release. So you've got the first dungeons that are available for the first month of the release of the game. There's going to, Upper Blackrock Spire, Stratholme, all that stuff. You'll have the Hateforge Quarry, Stormwind Vault, Karazhan Crypts, Caverns of Time, and then for PvP, all battlegrounds will be available. Rank 1 to 11. Rank 1 to rank 11 PvP wars are available, and then in a month, the next phase will start, and that'll last 2 months apparently, and there'll be an Ixia Molten Core will be released, and then the world boss Concavius. But this roadmap has it all, Sam. So you can go through the roadmap to see that. So this is going to be coming out. I just think it's hilarious that right. I just feel like that there's no coincidence here. And look who the post is by, Vols. Hey, Vols, look who the post is by. It's by Torta. So we talked to Torta, today. I just had sent Torta a message, and because I used to talk to Torta back in 2018 quite a bit on Discord, but she was gone. He or she, whoever it is, was gone off my direct messages. So I messaged them today, and I said, "Test, please ignore. I guess your original Torta Discord account is gone." And this person said, "Hello there. Yes, at one point we have migrated team communications to self-hosted chat, but eventually decided to get back here. It's my second account, so this is the return to Discord of Torta." And I said, "So you're the original Torta?" I said, "I used to speak with you like in 2018. And Torta said, "That's possible. Sorry, I'm headed to bed now. Have a good night." Because, so that was kind of funny. Yeah, so Ambershire is the Turtle WoW's fresh server. And they need it because what's happened is the whole Project Epoch thing has brought so many people into the Classic Plus scene again, because there's so much hype around Project Epoch just been such a failed launch that all these people that wanted to play, I love the art style of this name too, it's fantastic. But such a beautiful font for Ambershire. I'm gonna tell my wife about that. Oh, and Vols, my wife wanted me to tell you that to not give up in regards to all the pain you go through, and to keep looking for like teaching places that do teaching and research. I can't remember exactly how she put it, but a lot of the stuff that she found for breakthroughs for medical stuff to help figure out the problems she's had came from teaching hospitals. Hospitals that are really pushing like teaching and kind of exploring new techniques. I'm not an expert on that stuff, but she just wanted me to tell you to hang in there and don't give up hope. That's what she wanted me to tell you. So. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, Ambershire looks like it's going to be coming out in a couple weeks, and it looks cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thanks. Yeah, thanks. I'll tell her you said that. She's been going through her physical issues for a long time, and she's getting better though. Ever since then, she went through her surgery, a few months ago, and she's getting way better because of that too. So with the release of Scars of the Past, which I guess is their most recent update, Scars of the Past is patch 1.18.0. So Mysteries of Azeroth is a fan-made experience story of WoW Vanilla, and so I guess these are the things that are part of the Scars of the Past. And I haven't played Turtle WoW much in the past, at all hardly. So there's so much new stuff to the game, the Turtle, that I'm not familiar with. So That's gonna be really interesting. I know I dissed what name? Oh, I didn't like Northwind. I didn't like the name, but yeah, the images look cool. No, I thought the images looked cool. Wasn't there's a video too. There's so much stuff. Here, let's finish what this girl was talking about.
That's holding them back is the vanilla client. So, on a server where one of the main features is the added or classic plus content,
Yeah, what's up now?
they are majorly hindered by the old client.
Yeah, we're doing a little bit of a discovery. I haven't played Turtle WoW in a long time. And they're really shaking things up at Turtle WoW. They've got what looks like their Unreal Engine 5 wrapper around Turtle, similar to how like Elder Scrolls did with their, using their creation engine and wrapping UE5 around it. Turtle WoW has been working on that, and apparently that might be coming out in December this year. And then they also just announced today that they're releasing a new server, Ambershshire, I love the name, was releasing on August 17th. So, hey, if we can't play Project Epoch, we might as well play on our brand new, fresh, classic plus experience Turtle WoW. Why not, right?
Which isn't the friendliest when it comes to actually implementing the new content. They do their best with it, but it's less than ideal from a developer standpoint. The Unreal 5 engine is going to revolutionize the way in which Classic Plus content is supported on Turtle WoW going forward. It's going to give them more freedom, and I think that this will mean an abundance of this new, fresh Classic Plus content, as they will likely be able to focus their energy more on the creative side instead of ways in
Yeah, so the Fresh Realm's coming out on the 18th. So we're definitely going to be rolling there. And me and Vals and some other people, whoever wants to roll on Turtle WoW on the 18th of this month. Actually, sorry, 17th of this month. Let's do it. And 17th is Sunday. It is, Sunday. So yeah, so we're gonna roll on. Yeah, roll on here and see what it's like.
In which they have to limit themselves to actually.
I don't know if it's cross-platform. Yeah, I'm gonna be Alliance. I'll definitely be Alliance on Ambershshire. Oh, cross-faction. I don't think they're cross-faction. Yeah, I don't think they're cross-faction, are they?
Actually make this work. But the biggest and most obvious benefit for us is the way that the world will look. They've released a video showing us a little bit of what we can expect, and there's a bit of a disclaimer there saying that this isn't the finished product, particularly the lighting and shadows will be further worked on and improved, but nevertheless, honestly, I think that
I only wanted to watch this video because she had some footage that Turtle WoW gave her of
have again been vocal about certain issues. Preserving that very feel doesn't take.
Alright, so it's RP, PvE, so maybe cross-faction? I don't know, let's see if it says in here. Here you go. Is it a cross-faction realm? Yes, the same as Nordinar, it is cross-faction. Any rule or policy differences? No. The same rules that apply to Nordinar will apply to Ambershshire. Why PvE and not PvP? We already have a PvP realm, Telebeam, and it still has plenty of room for new adventures. If you're not a fan of cross-faction play, and you prefer open world conflict, Telebeam is the place for you. Perfect timing for new players. Yeah. Well, I'm rolling Alliance for sure, but it's cross-faction, so it doesn't really matter. Right? Yeah. Anyway, so I mean, yeah, you've got. Yeah, I mean, for people, yeah, but I mean, like, you've got like so many people that are in Turtle WoW right now, and so many more people have been joining Turtle WoW because of all the hype for Classic Plus lately, and a lot of people on the Project Epoch Discord have been kind of vocal in leaving Project Epoch or sick of waiting for Project Epoch and saying they're just going to go play Turtle WoW. So, I don't know. So I haven't played a High Elf in the new area, but I don't think the animations on the High Elf are going to be great for combat. I'm a little concerned about the animations. Because I was thinking about rolling, like, just to play it, to try out the Hunter again. I was thinking about rolling a level 1 Hunter as a High Elf. What resolution am I playing, Purdy? Why does it look bad? This is... It's 1440. 2560 by 1440. Does it look bad? I think when you first install the Turtle client, you can have that issue where it's stretched, but you'll be able to fix. You should be able to fix that. Yeah. Yeah, you just need to fix that. That's like an issue when I first installed Turtle back in like 2018. You know, I had that issue where it came up looking stretched. I don't remember how I fixed it, but just try changing your resolutions and like there's a way to fix that here. But that's a common thing with Turtle WoW from back in the day. It's most likely a cause of mismatch between the game's resolution settings or monitor's resolution. Yeah, turn the game in windowed mode, then maximize it. Edit the config file. If you can't access the desired resolution in game, you can manually edit the config.wtf file in your Turtle WoW folder, find the GX resolution line, and set it to your monitor's resolution. So I can do that on mine just to show you guys an example. It's in kind of a weird... I don't usually install games in my user folder, but go to my user folder here and go to app data and go to local and go to Turtle WoW. File and then to game engine. WTF. I think it was just the config, right? Yeah, go into your config file here. Resolution here, and you can see my GX resolution is set to 2560 by 1440. So if you do have issues... Oh, we got a bunch of horde coming into Stormwind, it looks like. Yeah, hey, what's up? Yeah, definitely. We're prepping for Fresh. We got the Fresh Turtle WoW coming out in a couple weeks. Figured we'd get on here and maybe play around with Turtle WoW, maybe get my client ready. I actually have all my settings right now are still set from the last time I played Turtle WoW. So you can see I'm using... I've got a few add-ons. Got a DPS meter. I think I've got KTH working. Let's see. It looks like it's looks like it is off my screen somehow. There we go. Also, so I've got my threat meter here, right? ATM is good for decent threat meter. We've got my Shagu PF quest, tracking quests here. Okay, and so I got most of the add-ons I need are working. Yeah, what's up, Anton? I just think it's interesting that Turtle WoW just happened to release or announce today that they're releasing a new fresh realm starting on the 17th of this month. So what we want to do is we want to figure out, we got a couple weeks, right? We want to figure out what are we going to play on Turtle WoW. Of course, you guys know I love hunters. Let's take a look at the Turtle WoW talent system because because obviously they're quite a bit different. If we do play a hunter, can we do like a melee hunter, maybe? You can see that my current hunter here is a hardcore hunter who is level 42, the hardcore character. And let's see. You can see these are my talents. I've got 33 points spent in the survival tree. You can see here we've got swift reflexes, increase your parry chance and attack speed by 2%. 2 of 2. We've got 4 points out of 4 out of 5 for resourcefulness, reduces the mana cost of all traps and melee abilities by 8%. We've got 3 out of 3 on improved slaying, increase all damage caused against beasts, giants, dragon kin, and human targets by 3%. And increases critical damage against them as well by 3%. We got 2 out of 2 on savage strikes, obviously increase the damage done by your offhand weapon by 25%, different than regular WoW. And critical strike chance of your raptor strike, mongoose spike, carve, and wing clip only by 6% though, which in regular vanilla WoW it would be 20% increased critical strike chance by mongoose bite and raptor strike. This does also increase the critical strike chance by of carve and wing clip. Now we do have carve. It's an interesting ability. I don't see what kind of mount I have. Here's my mount. As you can see, it's very fast. Probably better off going to the Fight Master. I am currently level 42. Again, like I said, this is a hardcore character. I cannot trade with anybody, and I can't use the auction house. And unfortunately, I've got no money. I've only got 35 gold. So as you can see, even with all this bag space, my inventory is still a disaster. Always. Let's see where we can fly to. Alright. What is this? So we've got this Kalen's Rest Isle. Let's go here. I don't even know what this is. I don't even know what this island is. So Epoch has 1 week to start a project without lags and all bad things. Other way, all people will play. Yeah. Hey, Anton. Yeah, they don't have a lot of time because I think a lot of people will go play. If Epoch doesn't, and it doesn't matter. It's like Epoch has claimed, and I believe them, and they weren't trying to compete with Turtle WoW. They said they've never were trying to compete with anybody. You know, they just wanted to put out their project and hope people enjoyed it. You know, so. And if Epoch comes out and they get it fixed, we'll definitely be playing there. I'll definitely play there. So me playing Turtle WoW is just because I want something to play, you know, not because it's not me saying I'm not going to play Epoch, but Turtle WoW's got tons and tons of custom content. I haven't played Turtle WoW in a long time. I figured we'd give it a go. Apparently I've got a lot of quests in this zone. What is that? Epoch doesn't just have a launch issue, but a community problem. Everyone is already trying to blast through 1 to 60 content. It doesn't have end game content much, so once they all rush to end, then what? Yeah, I don't know, like what kind of end game content they have. Yeah, I mean, that's good. The competition is good, right? Boy, the audio is pretty cool. Got some intense ambient sounds. So even though I'm level 42, I seem to suspiciously not have a lot of abilities. So let's go to our interface. I know I'm purposely hiding action bars to keep my interface clean, but let's go ahead and turn them on. See what we got. So we've got traps, we've got our pet, we've got Mark, and we have Aspect of the Wolf. The hunter takes on Aspect of the Wolf, increasing melee attack power by 20. The only one aspect can be on at a time. And we don't now how much mana does it take though? 20 mana, so they fixed that. The problem with Turtle Well at one point was that when you shifted to Aspect of the Wolf, it took too much mana, so switching back and forth was just not good, basically. And then our bars over here, aggressive, defensive, turning our grow on and off. The usual stuff I have. Water. Closely. Okay. We're not really going to use any of our ranged abilities that much, so don't really care. So these keybinds look pretty good. So we're missing our cross trap keybind. Okay, good. What's that? Okay. Like higher scaled mobs. Yeah, it used to be way too much mana. I can level in Gilneas. I don't even know how to get there. I don't even know if I'm going to play this character whilst I was just looking, I wanted to test out the combat. Ooh, holy man. We're hearing like the massive ocean waves. Yeah, you could definitely go to sleep to this, right? Okay, so we're flying to this new island, which I'm not sure if I've ever been to. It's called Lapidus Isle, the Wallowing Coast. I don't know if I've ever been here. I don't think I have. Nope. I've got all these quests, and they are... Ooh, they're higher level, like level 51. Okay.
How are you? Safe travels. You need something?
Look at my inventory. Holy mother. I've obviously been doing fishing.
See you around.
So this is not a good thing for us because these quests look like they're... This looks like a level 50 plus area.
Hail! What brings you to Kaelin's Rest?
My quest log is full. Whoa, yay. Oh, I still need cheap goblins oil. Let's get out of here. I don't think this... Yeah, these are all like level 50. I mean, I can get the quest because I'm level 42. Like, oh yeah, it says the mob levels are 45 to 50. Probably not something good to do when you're playing a hardcore character.
King's honor, friend. Be careful.
Oh yeah, my inventory is the worst part about my inventory is I either have to just sell stuff to the vendor because I can't buy more bank. My bank is full, and I can't buy any more slots in my bank because I don't have enough gold. Right? Like the next bank slot is like 35 gold or something, and then South Shore gets you to Gilneas. Okay, and then so I don't have any money, and since it's a hardcore character, I can't use the auction house. So I can't just normally I would just go to the auction house and sell a bunch of this stuff, but I can't because I can't use the auction house. So I've kind of been hoarding a lot of stuff, hoping that because when I get to 60, then those restrictions will go away, and I'll be able to access the Warhawk now. South of Pyrewood Village. Yeah, because it's hardcore, I'm kind of like I'm gonna end up like vendoring shit, like just vendoring these things to vendors just for for bag space. I gotta admit, I love the audio. Yeah, they did. Yep. Why would you ever not keep those max weather effects, man? Why's the text not centered or vertical? I can't get the text to center vertically. It looks really weird. Yeah, like why would you remove the rain? I would be dumb. But this is just the font for the UI. There's two different font settings in Shag here. There's the fonts in the interface here, and then the fonts on the actual health bar. Could be this one. Yeah, I don't know. I would want to use different. I would definitely want to use different nameplates. I'm not a. These nameplates are okay, but they're not. Probably not my favorite. I've got a quest to turn in.
Talk to me. Glad I could help. I'm his money friend. Keep it real. I have work for once.
Yeah, the vanilla WoW originally had like a really dark nighttime, but that was removed from the game because too many people complained about it in the betas. Same thing happened in Black Desert Online. Black Desert Online used to have a pretty dark nighttime, where you actually would have to use a lantern, so you could actually see at night, which was kind of challenging because it wasn't like Dragon's Dogma where you could put the lantern on your hip. You actually had a lantern that was actually equipped in one of your hands. So it was, it was kind of challenging because you'd lose a slot for a weapon. So you have to hold the lantern in your hand. So. we're gonna try to kill some people at my level and hope that I don't die. More than official WoW? Well, I just I just started playing this Turtle WoW for the first time in a long time tonight, so I can't really say it, but yeah, probably. You know, I played official WoW for so long, you know. Oh, I see what I did. Yeah. I see what that's supposed to be about. Make sure that the bindings are character specific. Okay, alright, cool. So we got some new melee abilities. Yeah, we have some new melee abilities. We've got Carve, which is funny because that exists in the Season Discovery. Sweeping attack that strikes up to 5 enemies. We also have, obviously we have Mongoose Bite, but it doesn't, we can just use it whenever we want. It doesn't require me to like dodge an attack or an enemy to dodge my attack. For regular living attack. As you can see, this server's pretty busy. We can't even find a mob to kill because there's so many people. $291 damage, nice. Okay, so... Alright, well, we gotta fix that stupid air. Why am I hearing air? Here, enable air speed. Oh, God. Anyway. So, I feel pretty strong. Melee Hunter. We're not even using, Ooh, aspect of it. We're going to be doing even more damage. Ooh, man. I hit hard. Ooh, man, I hit pretty hard. Did you see that? That was a level 42 mob, and we pretty much crushed that mob. I think one of my raptor strikes there hit for like crazy amounts of damage. I'm way too methodical. Hey, Ripa, what's up? Yeah, I must be really desperate. This is why you just go to the dummy easy mode. Look at that. My mongoose bite hit for 163. That's insane. Oh my god. That is really strong for a mongoose bite for hit for that much damage. Crazy. Yeah, Turtle WoW is releasing. Turtle WoW is releasing a brand new server. Ambershshire on the 17th of this month. Oh, so you already know. So, and they announced that today. Yeah, 2 weeks. It'll be out and ready to roll before Project Depot gets their shit together, most likely, right? It died on a 20-minute test. Oh boy. I am not an herbalist. Don't they have a fishing? I know, just like this. Yeah, I mean, Mongo's Bite's completely different. You can use it whenever you want now. So you have new abilities for the hunter now. We got Carve, which is an AOE sweeping attack. I definitely would want to create a weak aura, which I don't think I have weak auras installed. I don't know if there is a working aura for Turtle WoW, but it would be nice to have a weak aura just to show what stance I'm currently in. Here we go. Shit, what was my weapon? But that's attack, shit, so. Fish got away. Oof, my fishing skills funky. Well, we would definitely want to set up weak aura. I would also want to fix my nameplates. When we get the when the launch comes of the fresh Turtle Well server, we'll have to fix a few things. But most of the UI is kind of decent. Oh shit. This is a level 42 hardcore character and I'm down below half health and I didn't even realize it. I have no audio alerts to let me know when I'm low on health. Hey, what's up, French? I'm gonna play on Ambershshire. We're gonna play there. We're gonna check it out. It should be fun. It looks like it's just the regular Turtle Well server, but they've got, it's just a fresh server. It's pretty much gonna be the same as the server I'm on right now. It's just fresh, freshy fresh. I mean, it's the 1.12 client, which just sucks, but so there's no audio, but what can you do? There's no audio alerts in this version of Turtle Well. And that's one thing that definitely is going to bug me because I'm so used to playing World of Warcraft with an audio alert that lets me know when my health is low. That's going to be a problem for me. We'll have to see if we can figure something out. Hey, so what's up? You're starting up a Turtle again? Oh, hey, so I don't even know, dude. Let me look at my macros. Okay, so the macros I have right now, and of course we do have super macro installed, so I definitely get super macro installed. We've got our attack macro. Since this is the old 1.12 client, we do have to have slash script if not is current action 37, which is action bar slot 37, then use action bar slot 37. And then slash run UI frames clear, that'll clear the screen. So what that means is if I hit this button here, just that macro, it's going to put me in attack mode. But we don't really need, actually we don't really need this anymore because I've got an add-on called no toggle. So we can't see that from here, but what no toggle is, the way vanilla WoW works is that if you went and did, like if you went to your skill book, your bar here, your book, and you dragged this attack icon here, and that's on my number 2 key, and you went to a mob, right, and you hit 2, it would put you in attack mode. But if you hit 2 again, it would bring you out of attack mode. Same thing with auto shot, right? Same thing with auto shot. And so there's an add-on called no toggle you can install that will basically say don't make this a toggling ability. So if I continue to spam attack, it's going to not going to take me out of attack. But before that add-on existed, what you did was you actually would go into your book and you would take that attack icon and you would drag it over here onto this action bar slot. This is action bar slot 37, and then you would create a macro that would check and say if not is current action 37, meaning if you're not currently auto attacking, then use action 37. So it's basically saying if you're not auto attacking, then go ahead and auto attack. This prevented you from accidentally turning your auto attack off when you wanted it on. So, but because I have no toggle, I don't really need that anymore. But I still use it just out of habit. So other macros, I've got a cast Serpent Sting macro again. You know the reason. Here, let me do something really quick. Turn that ambient down for a minute. The reason I use macros like that is because I want to be able to spam the keybind. Like see here it says slash cast Serpent Sting slash run UI frames clear. That's just because now if I spam Serpent Sting, like if I send my pet to attack this guy, and I just start spamming this keybind for Serpent Sting, it shouldn't really, I don't know if that's my macro though, 1 second. Yeah, see that's not my macro. It's like, notice how if I'm spamming this, it says spell is not ready yet, see that? But if I spam this one, it doesn't say that. See, it doesn't say that? It might flash and disappear really quickly. But if I do this one, it's saying spell's not ready. So I typically will create macros for almost all my abilities, if they're spamming type abilities, one where I'm hitting the keybind more than once. And just putting in the slash run UI frames clear, just to clear the red, because I don't want to see the red text on the screen. I don't want my screen, especially when I'm streaming, I don't want you guys to have to look at a bunch of stupid red air text on the screen. So that's all that is. This is just graphical stuff. You don't really need this. You don't really care about this too much. And you know, again, just basically slash carve. You know, clear any use elements. Now this one's a pretty decent macro. This one's called pet attack near. Let me see. Let me fix this. Turn these off again. Now, pet attack near, what it does is, and it's a really useful one. This is just going to tell it's going to say target nearest enemy and just tell your pet to attack them. It's really good when you, just to help you like target, like right here, I can hit the T key and see my pet's going to attack him. But then if I go here, I'll bring my pet back. Like, of course, obviously I have to probably be pretty close to a mob. Like now I'm hitting the T key and it's not doing anything. He actually went back to this guy because he was the closest target. But if I'm in between two targets, it should go towards the one I'm facing. See? Like, attack, attack. See? You might have to spam it multiple times. So, I probably didn't want to do that because I don't really want to attack two of these mobs because they might kill me. But it's just a nice little macro to just, you can hit that keybind and your pet will automatically attack an enemy. Let's go ahead and kill this guy. So that was kind of useful. It's not like an amazing macro, but it comes in handy. And then another one would be turning your pet's growl on and off. Now this one's going to be a little bit more tricky. So this macro actually turns your pet's growl on, and it's a script. It's slash run local I. It's creating a local variable I, and G equals 1, 0. Basically, this is looking for get spell name pet, do if get spell name is equal to growl. So it's basically iterating through. It's doing a loop, and it's looping through all your pet's abilities, and it's looking for the spell called growl. And then it's actually saying if the growl autocast on is on. If it's not on, it's telling it to turn it on. So it's a pretty interesting macro. Maybe I'll do a guide on how to set up some hunter stuff for Turtle WoW, so I can let people like put it in the stream description. But this is a script that'll basically turn on your pet's growl. So if you look at my pet bar down here, you can see his growl's on. If I hit Control E, it's going to turn growl. See, the growl's now off. And if I hit Control F, it turns it back on. Okay, so I can turn my growl on and off just by using those keybinds. And they're just two different macros. Control E uses this macro, which is basically the same script. It's just saying toggle spell cat autocast. And what's the difference? The difference is if y equals 1, then toggle. So it's saying if y equals 1, which is true. It's just a Boolean flag, I think. So if the spellcast is 1, it's set to true, meaning it's currently active, then toggle it. And if not y, meaning apparently when you're checking Boolean values with script in World of Warcraft, not having a value is, I guess not y might mean like null, maybe, like in programming, right? Like so, and if not y, meaning there's probably no value, then it means that the growl is not on, so go ahead and turn it on. So that's an interesting script. Most of the other ones are pretty simplistic. Like here's another one, like on Mongoose Bite. On this macro I've got, this is one that can do a Mongoose Bite and Raptor Strike, so I don't need to worry about having, obviously having to keybind. Let's get rid of that. Like I don't need to use my skill for Raptor Strike here. I can just keep spamming Mongoose Bite because it'll probably do both. Let's test this real quick. I don't have anybody to kill. This is a really bad area to show you guys stuff because there's so few mobs, there's too many people killing them. Here we go. So, shit, what was I just, my brain just went blank. Oh, so if I just use this ability, it should go ahead and do Raptor Strike or Mongoose Bite, right? So we're gonna send in my pet. You can see I used Raptor Strike and Mongoose. See, you can see right here, both of them were used. So with that one macro, we can do both Raptor Strike and Mongoose Bite. We don't need to worry about having two slots on our action bar for that. But that's just basic, you know, be simple. So I still like to use the keybinds differently. I mean separately. But so that was this one, or not this one. That was the other one. This one here. So it's basically saying cast Mongoose Bite, cast Raptor Strike, and then of course turn on auto attack if it's not on, and then clear any airs. And then my Raptor Strike one is just your basic cast Raptor Strike, clear any airs. Wing Clip, same thing. And that's about it. We do have one that's really useful for your hunters, which is basically going to turn on Hunter's Mark, but it's not going to mark if the target's already marked. So this is going to say if not buffed, Hunter's Mark target, then cast Hunter's Mark, end, and then / pet attack. So this will mark the enemy with Hunter's Mark, and then it will send my pet into attack. And if the target's already marked with Hunter's Mark, it's not going to cast the spell again. And obviously the reason you don't want to cast it again is because you're going to waste mana. So I don't remember if my keybind's still set up for that. So let's go into here. You can see right here is that macro, and it should be shift mouse wheel up. So you can see my mana is 2010. So I'm gonna go shift mouse wheel up, and I'm gonna do it again. And notice now that I'm doing it again, I'm not casting Hunter's Mark because the mob already has Hunter's Mark. So, there you have it. So that's a really useful macro. So I'll have to put these together in like on my Discord or something. If you guys want, I can put them together into like a file or something. If you want to use those for your hunter, because they're useful. The only thing I would want to do for Turtle Wow for my setup is I would like to have a weak aura that shows if my hunters, I mean, we can see that Growl is here, but I probably would like to maybe make that a little bit more prominent with a weak aura. Big on me, Hunter. That's is that why you followed me in the first place, Cucumber? Yeah, that's awesome, dude. I mean, it's good. I mean, you can see that I'm doing mostly melee-based abilities, and the damage seems to be pretty good. Because you have Mongoose Bite, which you don't have to like, the enemy doesn't have to like dodge you or whatever it is that proc Mongoose Bite. So it's just a regular attack that you can use whenever it's off cooldown. A 65% of weapon damage plus an additional 35 damage, so it hits pretty hard. You've got Carve, which is like an AoE ability, right? A sweeping attack that strikes up to 5 enemies in front of you. So I don't know if you could really AoE level on a hunter. That would be interesting. I've never tried that. The one problem with the melee hunter is that you can't use aspect of the wolf and aspect of the monkey. I always thought if I was Turtle Wow and I was going to create a melee-based hunter type, I like right now you can see I have aspect of the wolf up. I would have created an aspect called Aspect of the Wolf, but what I would have done is I would have said Aspect of the Wolf increases your attack power, but I would also say that it increases your dodge. And I would say it increases your dodge by 3%. So I would have said Aspect of the Wolf increases your attack power, but also increases your dodge by 3%, because you're going to be in that aspect doing melee. So and a wolf is a pretty quick creature, right? So I would assume that would also give you some, maybe increase your agility or increase your dodge. And it just kind of sucks because if you were doing melee hunter and you're in a situation where you're fighting 2 or 3 mobs, and you're gonna probably use aspect of the monkey, just because 8% dodge is a shit ton of dodge, and that's a ton of mitigation. So I would rather be in an 8% dodge if I'm getting hit by 3 people than having extra attack power, personally myself. But I don't know. Some people might not be like that. Some people would like to push more damage, but. So I just don't like. I'm not really a fan of how aspects of the wolf is. I would have implemented it a little bit differently. Like I said, I would have probably given it like 3% dodge. That way, I wouldn't have felt so punishing not being in monkey. And then the talent trees are different, obviously. So let's take a look. So on Turtle Wow, like this character currently has like swift reflexes, which I think is a no-brainer. Increases your attack speed and your parry, and it gives you 2% parry. And then I've got resourcefulness, 4 out of 5, I think, which reduces the mana cost of all traps and melee's abilities. I got 3 out of 3 on slaying, which obviously increases your damage against everybody basically. We got savage strike, which increases the damage of your offhand weapon by 25%, which is going to encourage you to dual wield, which I love dual wielding as a melee hunter. I love dual wielding. Also, my character currently has got really bad weapons. Because my weapon in my main hand is a fast weapon, and it's 1.6 attack speed. So if you're doing a melee hunter and you're dual wielding it, you want to have your weapon set up like a rogue, where your main hand's going to be as slow as possible because you want those big crits, and then your offhand you want to be faster. So yeah, so I mean, if my character had a really good main hand weapon, she would be critting quite hard right now. Like I think I saw a crit of like 250 with Raptor. If I had a good like slow main hand weapon, I'd probably be critting around like 500, which is pretty good at this level. for a hunter. So let's see if there is a. Ooh, okay, here we go. So this is 1.6 attack speed, 17.5. I don't know if it's better than mine though. It actually is. How much is that? 3 gold? I'm gonna buy that. That dagger that they had was better than my weapon. It was better than my offhand weapon anyway. Is it 3 stamina, 3 strength? And this is 5 agility, so this is definitely way better.
I got what you need.
Alright, let's take a look at the talents again. Daring Dirk. Okay, so we've got entrapment, which I don't have entrapment on this character. Improved wing clip. You know, I don't think I have that either on this character. No, I do not. Planning ahead, the duration of freezing trap and frost trap effects and the damage of explosive traps and effects is increased if the traps are not triggered within the first 5 seconds of being placed, which is really interesting. Like, this is a really interesting talent. So, you know, I mean, the 5 seconds is a fairly long time. That would be another nice thing. Would be nice to have as a weak aura, that every time you place that trap, it shows a countdown for 5 seconds. So you knew exactly maybe when to pull a mob into that trap, just to make sure that you're getting the full increased duration of planning ahead. So that would be another nice weak aura. I don't know. Let's see if we can find weak auras for Turtle WoW. Closest thing is power auras. Power auras. I don't know how power auras works. I'm intrigued though. They look cool. I'm intrigued by this power auras. (2018). This looks really old. 64. M power to open the configuration frame. We have to pin my Turtle WoW folder, I think. Let's see. App data. Local. We're definitely have to pin this one. Turtle WoW. Interface. Let's do add-ons. Oh, you gotta figure out which one it is. I have too many. Okay, let's put this down here. Come on. How about there? No? Okay, don't move it. Be a pain in the ass. Put that there. And apparently Turtle WoW has a threat meter too. Did you see that? There's a Turtle WoW threat meter, which I've never used. So currently I'm just using Shagu DPS, Shagu tweaks, Super Macro, Super API, which I need for Super WoW, and Ringmate. Oh, I have music. Nice. We got no toggle, which I mentioned before. We have mixed scrolling battle text. We got threat meter, which we may not need threat meter if the Turtle WoW threat meter is better, which I'm gonna assume it probably is. stats. Build the client. This is working. Now we have gone around the launcher for Turtle WoW because the only way I could get Reshade to work was to actually bypass the Turtle WoW launcher, because the Turtle WoW launcher, if you try to use Reshade, will actually prevent you from modifying the direct 3D DLL. So luckily I found an article on how to get around that. All right, M Power is installed. Modified Power Ores, an advanced version of the original Power Ores. Question is, how do we create a new Power Aura? But these are cool. If we can get these to work. Okay, so exact name of the buff is debuff. Serpent Sting, maybe? Check this to use the enemy target instead of you. United the fan of the default add-on. These are Shagu plates. So you can go to Shagu and get it. These are Shagu plates. Yeah, this looks like we may have to do a little bit. I may have to go out and kind of find some videos on how to set up these. I mean, looks like I mean, I don't know, like, stacks, duration. How do I save it? Move, add, edit, test. I'm like, how do I move this? It's right in the middle of my screen. Well, I'll figure this out later. Hey, what's up? Yeah, Turtle WoW Fresh. Coming in a couple weeks. Yeah, they're just settings in. So if you go to Shagu Plates, right? You just have to go in and modify it. Like, go into... Let's see, you want to go into look and feel. Here, change the nameplate width. I've changed it to 120. And you want to, as far as the class colors, it's just, see, you want to enable cast bar, which I've got, and I changed the cast bar height to 10. And you want to enable debuffs. Actually, my debuff icon size is too small, so let's knock that up to 16. I'm gonna save and reload. Yeah, do /shagu plates, and just go in here and play around. But basically, these settings here, these settings at the top, the font settings here are just the fonts for the actual editor here. Like, if you change this font from Fritz or whatever to something else, it's just changing the font in the menu. See, it says menu font, so don't worry about changing these. Obviously, I mean, you can if you want, but the font you want to change is for, like, the nameplate itself is this one. It's under health bar. So most of the settings you're going to change are going to be under health bar. I don't. Is there show class colors? You can hide health bar in enemy PCs, hide health bar in enemy players. I don't have that checked. I want to see that actually. And the one thing I haven't been able to get to work correctly is I haven't been able to scale the size of the text inside the bar, which is really weird. So I'm not sure why I can't change that. So these are not my favorite nameplates, but I don't know why yours wouldn't be showing class colors? Because I don't really see a setting in here that says enable class colors. I thought that was just like a default setting. Here it is. Enable class colors on enemies. So it's right here. Enable class colors on friends, enable class colors on enemies, enable combo point display, enable mouse look with right click, replace, okay, there's more settings. There's the zoom factor, which should be if you target. Doesn't seem like it's really. Yeah, no problem.
Well met. Be careful.
6 agility, 7 stamina. That is better than my cloak.
Time is money, friend. Be good.
Hello.
I have way too much stuff in my tattered Defias mask.
Safe travels.
I know, Pauls. We're just playing. We're just mucking around now because we're going to be starting all over. We're going to be starting all over once the 17th rolls around, man. I've got this add-on called Coolline, which I like. I mean, I don't even really ever use it, like look at it, so it's kind of a pointless add-on, but I just think it's cool. Like whenever I use an ability, and the Power Wars is throwing some errors, so we're going to get rid of that add-on. It shows this is just showing the cooldown, like until my freezing trap is up again. So it's kind of a neat little. It's kind of a cool little add-on, even though I don't even need it and I don't even really look at it. I just think it's kind of cool. Let's get rid of that other add-on because it's garbage. The Powers is throwing errors. I mean, it's not Turtle WoW is not ideal because the 1.12 client is it just doesn't. It's just not smooth. Like combat stuff doesn't feel as good. It doesn't feel as responsive. But you know what can you do? That we don't have many other options, right? You know, I'm sick of playing retail WoW. I'm not gonna play retail WoW and classic WoW. I'm kind of bored of. Let's go and check out what you were talking about, Valst, with Gilneas, right? Let's just go check out that area. Screwed that up, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Yeah, let's check out Gilneas. I've never been there before. The Gilneas review.
Talk to me. Watch it.
Yeah, that's where I'm going, South Shore. Let's take a look at count calculator again. So, trying to build out a melee hunter. You know, Mr. Cucumber. Definitely gonna want swift reflexes. Definitely gonna want improved slaying. Definitely want savage strikes. Definitely probably gonna want deterrence. Carve is interesting. It doesn't do a ton of damage, but it's just a cooldown multi-shot. We don't care. We just don't use multi-shot. So Carve is probably worth getting. Survivalist is gonna be interesting. We only have 38 points left. Let's look at the other talent trees. Now I always like to get improved primal aspect. Increase the damage bonus of your aspect. Increase the dodge bonus of your aspect of the monkey by up to 6%. It's already 8%. So to me, it says while aspect of the wolf is active, you're healed. Now this is where things get interesting. Remember I talked about how aspect of the wolf, I don't like the fact that it doesn't give you any dodge, and so you kind of makes aspect of the monkey kind of garbage. This is where they tried to fix that a little bit. Now with this talent, improved primal aspects, if we have like 3 talent points in here, we're actually getting healed by 6% of my actual melee damage, which is insane. So that makes being an aspect of the wolf not feel so punishing. We're not going to take as much damage as we were taking. So this is definitely one we're definitely going to want to get. So we're going to want to do, and then do we want endurance training, or do we want the swift aspects? Because now aspect of the swift aspects is different. All aspect of the hawk is active. All normal range attacks have a 10% chance of increasing ranged attack speed. While aspect of the wolf is active, all normal melee attacks have a 10% chance of increasing melee attack speed. So we're definitely going to be going swift aspects, improved primal aspects for our melee hunter build. And then do we need anything else in here? Probably not, because we're going to have to go deep into survival. So we'll jump back. Do we need any of this stuff? No. No, no, no. No, I don't think we do. Increases the range of your weapons. Is that melee weapons too? Increase the range of your... Oh, this is range. And range attack bar. Yeah, we don't need any of this stuff. So back in this tree, we need to get down. So the planning ahead is a really interesting talent, because it's like if you put down a trap and it hasn't triggered for 5 seconds, then the damage of your traps is increased by 25%. Which is okay. The thing is, in regular vanilla WoW, there was an ability that just increased your trap damage by like 20%, I think. And you didn't have to wait for 5 seconds. So this you have to wait for 5 seconds, but it also increases the freezing, effect of your freezing trap as well. So it's good for dungeons, for like pulling, but knowing when 5 seconds has elapsed, I don't know. It's kind of it's a wonky talent. Let's just leave it at that. It's kind of clunky. It would be not so clunky if I had a weak aura that every time I dropped it down, I saw a timer to let me know when 5 seconds has elapsed, so I could know when to maybe pull a mob into it, or when I could, kind of path somebody over it. Anyways, whatever. So do we need that talent point? I don't know. It's so wonky. I mean, the 20% increased damage is good if you're just leveling, because obviously that's a lot of damage. So it probably is worth getting for leveling, at least for leveling. Now this is a really good talent, the Stinging Nettle. Your Mongoose Bite and triggered fire traps now apply your highest strength Serpent Sting. So this means I don't even have to use Serpent Sting a lot of times, because a lot of times what I would do is I would drop a immolation trap, and then I would send my pet at a mob. Once my pet hit the mob, then I would bring my pet back over the immolation trap, pulling the mob over my trap. And sometimes I might shoot a Serpent Sting first, but it always felt kind of clunky because of auto attack. Like you'd shoot a Serpent Sting and then your character would try to auto attack. So a lot of times what I would do is I would drop my trap, send my pet, shoot Serpent Sting, and then move left or right to break auto attack because I'm a melee hunter. So I actually try not to use auto attack, which is kind of funny. But now we don't have to worry about doing all of that. Now we can just, because our trap will actually trigger Serpent Sting for us. We don't have to worry about that. So that makes kind of some of the rotations of my abilities a little bit easier. I don't have to worry about using Serpent Sting because I can just apply a Serpent Sting whenever I do a Mongoose Bite or I draw, get a fire trap. Okay, Sure-Footed obviously increases your hit, but it also increases your chance to resist movement and parrying effects. So that's a really good ability. These are no-brainers. You definitely want both of these. And then Rapid Strikes. Your Rapid Fire ability now also increases your melee attack speed. So by the same amount, and the cooldown of your Rapid Strike and Mongoose Bite abilities is reduced. So this is a no-brainer. You definitely want that. Killer Instinct, critical strike chance of all attacks, increases immediate. Yeah, no brainer. You want that. Trap Master, increase the duration of freezing traps. Oh, no way. So now we're doubling up on trap damage. So now in the regular vanilla, you just had the one talent that would increase your trap damage, but not, which was Trap Mastery. So we had Trap Mastery in vanilla, but now we've got Planning Ahead. So now we can get 24% more damage, coupled with 30% more damage. Now we're looking at 55% more damage if we drop an Immolation Trap and the mob in 5 seconds has elapsed before they walk over it. So this is a no-brainer. The Humongous Spin Rotor Strike deal 10%. Oh my god, that's a no-brainer. And this is a no-brainer. And then, of course, Untamed Trapper also is a no-brainer. Reduces the mana cost of your traps and increases their damage based on your... Oh my god, your traps are going to just crush people. Okay, so we have 8 talent points left. Do I have these abilities? Okay, so I've got the Planning Ahead. I do. Where's my Rapid Fire ability? Hold on a second. It's funny because I'm looking at the talents and it looks like I've kind of built it out the way I would have. Looking at the talent trees, yeah, you can tell that I knew what I was doing. I mean, I built this out exactly how I was just talking. So yeah, we're already set up with a melee hunter build. The trap damage is going to be insane. So let's look. We also the Rapid Fire ability, wherever that's at, is increasing here. Where's Rapid Fire? Here. Now Rapid Fire ability, where's Shift R? Okay, we don't have Shift R. Good. This should be Shift R. Let's go to Bindings. Let's see. Bottom left. There it is. R. Okay. Because this is now going to increase my melee attack. It should increase my melee, but I don't think I have talent point into it yet, right? Which one was it? Yeah, so we need to get Swift Aspects. And we need to get Primal. Where was that? Where's the one that increased my... Here, right here it is, Rapid Strikes. Okay, so when we use Rapid Fire, which is this one, it should increase our... it should also increase our melee attack speed. I would probably... What's the cooldown? It's a 5-minute cooldown, though, so I would probably leave it on a keybind. Okay. That's pretty cool. Get rid of that, get rid of that. So where is Gilneas? So Valst, where is Gilneas? Oh, it's over in silver. Oh, it's silver. Oh, you're just talking about... Oh, yeah. Okay, Gilneas. All right. All right, cool. Let's go there. So I want to try something. We're gonna put down our trap. 1,000, and here we got a timer, right? Well, this isn't the best timer. I'm gonna say that 5 seconds is probably passed. Let's see how much damage my trap's doing. 116 damage per tick. Pretty good. Yeah, my trap just straight up killed him. um, yeah, I'm a miner. I didn't even know I was a miner. What are you sending me in Discord, boss? Oof. Big damage. High quality video of a cat with wearing a melon, wearing a watermelon and dancing. All right, so we're gonna go to, and also the other cool thing is they're over here. You can see even in the map. See this little step that goes up into this zone. The Whispering Forest is so cool. If you guys haven't seen the Whispering Forest, we got to go show you guys. It's one of the zones that I explored in Turtle Wild years ago was the Whispering Forest. It is like my favorite at the time, anyway. I don't know now, but at the time, it was my favorite custom added content in Turtle WoW. I absolutely love it. It's so cool. So, okay, I can see the camera screwed up. Camera add, camera, basic, camera. Here. Follow train, never. So sadly, we're just mucking around Turtle WoW until the new fresh server launches, you know? Yeah, it's what it feels like. We're always forever waiting for something to play. Yeah, the good news is that when Turtle WoW launches their server, it probably will actually be playable, unlike Project Epoch. Thanks.
How are you? What can I do for you?
Wooden club, no soulbound. Hell, like, why do I have this wooden club? Is it like a quest item? Ooh. 12, strength 4, agility. Why am I not using this? This seems like it's way better. Sure, 9 agility is good, but got 10 stamina, 4 agility, 12 strength. That seems like it's probably better. 12 strength would be 12 attack power.
See you soon. What can I get for you today?
That's probably what I equip. This is probably why.
Keep your feet on the ground.
Is this so? We can access our bank, but our bank is completely full. And we can't. We could buy one more bank slot. 25 gold. Can't use the mailbox, I don't think, because we're hardcore. Oh, we can. No, I don't think we can. Yeah, I can't send mail. Let's try sending mail. I didn't think I could use the mailbox. No, hardcore characters cannot use the mailbox. Training done. Yeah, I can't hit the level 60 training dummy. It says I'm in combat. I'm not in combat. Where they were up to almost 20k people on the same server? What? You mean on a Turtle WoW server? Boss, Ambershshire, the promised land, was foretold. Yes, it was. Thank you for the donation, boss. Appreciate it as always, man. Thank you. Yes, the hero that was foretold. Remember we were watching that XP to level 3. XP. Can we pull it up? We gotta pull it up.
Before the video. You can't even do that. You don't have enough movement. You don't have falling rogue. And then I would like to cast Vicious Mockery. Cleric. Now that the rogue's falling from the ceiling, I would like to cast Beacon of Hope. What does that have to do with the rogue falling on the beholder? Trust me, it makes sense in my brain. And Barbarian. Alright, you deal 30 points of damage. Rogue, what are you doing? You're literally falling. What else could you consider on your turn? Is the beholder technically prone because he's hovering? No, what? That doesn't make any sense. Then I would like to try to grab his body. Pull out my bag of holding. And then put my portable hole in it. Very funny, but you can't interact with two objects on your turn. Fast Hands lets me use an object as a bonus action. The one who was foretold. He's done it! The Beholder is sent to the astral plane, along with everybody in the room. Hey, high risk, high reward. I would like to...
The prophecy. The one who was foretold. What was the other one? What was it? Oh my god. Oh man. If Zelsh was here, he'd remember the one I'm trying to think of. Hold on a second.
Gallstaff, you have entered the door to the north. You are now by yourself, standing in a dark room. The pungent stench of mildew emanates from the wet dungeon walls.
Where are the Cheetos?
They're right next to you.
I cast a spell. Where's the Mountain Dew?
In the fridge, duh.
I want to cast a spell. Can I have a Mountain Dew?
Yes, you can have a Mountain Dew. Just go get it.
I can cast any of these, right? On the list?
Yes, any of the first level ones.
I'm gonna get a soda. Anyone want one? Hey, Graham, I'm not in the room, right?
What room?
I want to cast Magic Missile. A room where he's casting all these spells from.
He hasn't cast anything yet.
I am, though, if you'd listen. I'm casting Magic Missile.
Why are you casting Magic Missile? There's nothing to attack here.
I'm attacking the darkness.
Fine. You attack the darkness. There's an elf in front of you.
Whoa!
That's me, right? He's wearing a brown tunic, and he has gray hair and blue eyes.
No, I don't. I have gray eyes.
Let me see that sheet.
Well, it says I have... Well, it says...
That one's good. That goes way back. The Summoner Geeks Easter egg. That was an Easter egg in a video game. That goes way back. All right, so we're going to Gilneas. And actually, we're not in the right spot, because Gilneas is... How do we get to Gilneas? Oh, it's this way. I thought that I thought the wall was not accessible, Valst. I thought it wasn't accessible. I guess they opened up the big wall, huh? Yeah, I remember the wall here, but it was always inaccessible. Now it is. But yeah, I've never been here before. This is definitely going to be an area in Turtle Wow I've never been to. The prophecy. The one who was foretold. Ambershshire. I just think it's so cool that it's called Ambershshire because my wife's name is Amber. And I'm a big fan of, like, Shire, the word Shire. I just think it's such a cool name. You know, of course, there's the Shire from, like, Lord of the Rings, right? Or the Shire! And now we've got two of my favorite words, and we get to put them together, Ambershshire. I gotta tell my wife that. Discovered the Grey Main Wall. Prophecy. One who was foretold. Ooh. Level 1 rat. Vicious. Ooh, there's bats up here. Bats. Ooh, level 39 bat. Alright. We're gonna wait 5 seconds. Here we go. Has it been 5 seconds? Yeah, that trap's gonna crush this guy. Right, look at that experience. I still think the debuffs on the nameplate are just way too small. Knock this up to 24 and see if it works. Okay, 1002, 1002, 1003. We're like 5 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. Okay, those debuffs look a little bit more respectable. We want to put them above though. Okay. Let's put the debuffs on top, and let's knock them up a little bit more. Notice how my immolation trap is automatically applying Serpent Sting. Counterattack. So I got counterattack there, but I don't know if... I don't think I even have it on my bars anywhere. Let's see. Oh, I'm not high enough mining? What? I'm slacking on my mining. Do we have counterattack anywhere? No, we do not. Okay, alright. We had deterrence too, and it's not on our bars either. Let's put deterrence right here, and where's counterattack? Could be. I don't see it. When activated, increase your dodge and parry chance. Less deterrence. Now, what's counterattack then? I could have sworn I saw it say counterattack. It could just be a weak aura thing. It's probably just, I mean, an MSBT thing. It's probably just one of my triggers, maybe. Very cool looking zone. Let's head towards the... Let's explore. One thing I've noticed about Turtle Well's custom zones is they're always way more hilly. Like, notice how there's a lot of, like, hills. Which is interesting. I don't want to say it's good or bad, it's just different. It feels almost, I would say this feels a little bit too kind of bumpy. You know, like, very bumpy. If that makes sense. All these little, like, little mounds and hills, it just feels kind of bumpy. A bit overdone, I think, but... Huge quest hub over here. Maybe a flat path here, maybe? No, no flat path. Flat path.
You need something?
Onward to Ravenshire.
See you later.
Okay.
What can I do for you?
Gather 6 dusk
See you around.
belt pelts.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm sure my
your
log's
minds.
probably full. Yeah.
Greetings. Be careful. Can I help you? See you around.
There's something up here in the hills. It looks like there is a path up here. Maybe it's just... No, there isn't. We need to go that way, but we can't go that way. We can't get there from here. So,
You need something?
three, 1,004. 5 seconds. Alright, we're going with aspect of the wolf. We're gonna try some stuff here. Aspect though increases melee attack power by 20. I don't really like it. I still don't like aspect. What was the? Because we're not. Once we get improved at primal aspects, then aspect of the wolf we'll try. But right now, I prefer monkey over wolf. What's our dodge? Where's my extended stats, man? I don't see it. What is this? Oh, we have a title. Feel that. I mean, it looks cool. I mean, besides the bumps. I mean, I like the trees. I like the foliage. I like the color. So I mean, yeah, it looks good so far. I like the lamps are green, but I haven't really seen the. We just walked into the zone. Yeah, the only thing I would complain about, it's a little too bumpy. It's a little too bumpy. I would have made a little bit more kind of peaks and valleys, maybe. You know? That's my only complaint. Alright, so we need Feign Death. So let's do... I gotta fix this macro. So Feign Death, let's go macro. And super macro, Feign Death. So we're gonna say slash cast Feign Death. And save that. Be nice to use the right Mac or the right icon. That one. Don't really need to see this one, so let's put Feign Death right. And we're gonna move this one here. Car can go. So X S. Can we drop an immolation trap while in combat? That's what I'm trying to. I'm trying to test out something. We're gonna send my pet, right? Oh, we can. Never mind. I did that macro for nothing. We can drop pets. We can drop traps while in combat. I guess that's a turtle wild thing. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Is that what it is? Maybe. No. Any WoW server could be for furries role players. I mean, I don't know. I haven't played on it long enough to really make that analysis. But yeah, let's take a look at that final talent. You said, I think it is a fountain. Reduces the mana cost. No, it's not that one. Oh, no, you're right. In addition, traps can be placed while in combat. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, Tact. You're correct. Kind of threw me off. I didn't realize that was there. I mean, this is a PvE server, yeah, so I'm sure there's people that roleplay here. Yeah. Oh, you never played Hunter much? Here, hold on a second. I just kind of spilled. I didn't spill, but some Coca-Cola on this cup here. I'm sure that happened. There we go. Deja vu. What's up? Yeah. You never played Hunter much? Oh, I'm a big fan of Hunter. So like we can now we've got one talent that if I don't use my trap for 5 seconds, you know, if they don't trigger for 5 seconds, it does more damage. I just wish we had a timer, but here we can see 10 seconds 3, I think. So let's go ahead and send my pet in. All right, we'll send my pet in. We're gonna bring my pet back over my trap. Yeah, let me fix a few things. Yeah, this is a hardcore character, yeah. Yeah, it's a cool looking zone boss. I think it looks pretty good. Waterfall. Cave. Guy's got like a hooded. He's got like a hooded. He's got like a hood on, man. Check this out. This guy's cool looking. Very cool looking organ here. Mouse is dirty, man. I hate it when my mouse. I hate it when my mouse is dirty. I hate it when my shorts gets twisted. I can feel the drag on my feet on my mouse pad. All right. Alright, we did get to level 43. And I'm thinking that we probably should start going into Swift Aspects. Let's go to Swift Aspects here. Make sure we're in Aspects of the Wolf with R. got it. There it is. Maybe attack speed increased by 3%, so we actually procced our first proc of that ability. Okay. That's cool. Oh, big crits. Look at that. It just hit that guy for like 500 damage. There's the attack speed increase by 3%. Of course, we still could have went with lightning reflexes, which probably would have been better. That's why I was stacking agility. I forgot about that, because remember I had that belt that had more agility? That's why I was stacking agility. Because of lightning reflexes. Yes, that makes sense now. Oh, now we're talking. 2.8 attack speed. Oh yeah, this is gonna make our crits way harder. Like way harder. Is there a vendor here? Doesn't look like it. Let's see if we can pull off some crits with this noon mechanic. This is much slower attack speed, so crits should be huge. Attack speed increase. I'm getting crits. Another attack speed increase. Hunter's leggings of power. We know we need these. Those are good. That's a good item, but some stacking agility. There we go, 369. This is pretty decent crit. Pretty decent crit for my level. For main hand. Not bad. I am proccing that melee attack speed like all the time. That's good, because right now I'm proccing it all the time. And we only have 1 point in it. So it increases attack speed by 3, so it's going to go all the way up to, I'm assuming, 15% increase in attack speed once we get all our talent points into it. That's going to be pretty powerful. Boom. Not bad. Taking some damage. What am I looking for? There's something here I'm looking for. This. Yeah, definitely too hilly and bumpy through here. I definitely would change this a little bit, but it's still cool. We can get rid of this bag. It's quiver, yeah, we'll get rid of that. Scoop some bag space. Can't do that while silence. Oh, he's silenced me. Taking a lot of damage. So weird not having my audio alert letting me know when my health is low really freaks me out. It looks funny. What's up, Max? Why does it look funny? It is a melee hunter. You gotta love the melee hunter. You gotta love it. The melee hunter is my favorite. I love melee hunters. Melee hunters are fun. We can do ranged abilities too, but we do most of our damage. Most of our damage is melee based. This is a hardcore character too, so we gotta be a little careful. Don't want to get killed. Looks like a pretty big pool here. I don't have like a ranged bull without serpent stings, so. Beautiful, beautiful view. Vagrant Coil. 13 strength, 7 agility. Can I wear mail? I think I can. 13 strength, 7 agility.
You need something? Hold on, lines.
Huge quest hub over here. So many quests. So I think we kind of know what build we do for the melee hunter, and it's pretty strong. I don't know how it stacks up against a ranged hunter, but definitely does some damage. Activated. Dodge activated. Monkey, I mean. Lots of iron deposits here. If you guys are going to go mining for iron, this is a good place to go. No doubt about that.
What can I do for you? See you later.
stone is quite big. Some ore here. Oh shit. We got a little too many on us here. My poor pet hit the big one. Yeah, we had a few mobs on us there. But yeah, you can see the throw on melee hunter is pretty decent. I still think, you know, having an engagement ability would have been good. Like having like harpoon would be really good, and then of course disengage. We do have disengage though. Shit, I forgot. Does it throw us backwards? Probably doesn't. Yeah, actually, we don't have disengage. Okay, well, we got on my bar there, but we do not have disengage yet. We don't know it yet. having a hard time getting back to this damn quest giver. Shit. Big damage. You gotta love paladins. Anyways, so this is Turtle WoW. It runs pretty good. Client runs pretty. I mean, it's clunky, but it's not. I mean, for as many people as there are on the server, it's pretty impressive how smooth the server runs. I don't know what my ping is. I haven't really checked that, but. Good place to log out here. I'm gonna check my paladin. So we just have a couple weeks until Ambershshire is released. But I think I'm gonna stop the stream here, guys, because I'm tired. It's late. I'm tired. But yeah, we'll definitely play Ambershshire when it comes out on the 17th. I think it'll be really cool. I think it'll be fun to play. And of course, we're gonna start from level 1. And I don't know if I'll play a hunter or if I'll play paladin. I'll probably play a hunter, because the hunter's going to level faster, and it's kind of nice on a fresh server to get to 60 pretty quick, just so we can, you know, hit the auction house, make some money. I think that there are some different challenges, though. So if you go and create a new character in Turtle Wild, there's different hairstyles, too. So if we go to, like, hairstyles here, I don't know if they're over Night Elf. Yeah, I don't see any for now. Wait, actually, I did. Some of these are obviously weren't in original vanilla, right? But if you go to human, there's actually some interesting human hairstyles. Check this out. Look at that. Okay, here it comes. Look at this hairstyle. That's totally different. A little smashed on the side of her head here, but it's actually kind of an interesting hairstyle. And they also have a this hair color, I think, is custom too. I mean, it's not a normal hair color. I don't vanilla. Also, there's the black. Here, her hair is actually shaved underneath. See that? It's like shaved. Definitely a very unusual style. Kind of cool. But what I was gonna say is what, like, when we play, I don't know if Val's is still there, but Val's, I don't know what challenges I'm gonna run. Like, I kind of want to do this one, the Vagrant's Endeavor. You only use poor and common quality equipment. Scanning items is not allowed, because I believe at 60 you get like a title. And the title, I believe, is The Wanderer, which that's just kind of a cool title. Let's see if we can find that. Let's see, Turtle WoW. This is just a suggestion. We just go to the officials page. The level 1 lunatic. So if you earn 10,000 honorable kills to show you're more than just fresh meat, reach Exalted with at least one faction to prove that even a tiny hero can have powerful friends. Obtain the Arena Master Trinket to demonstrate that even at level 1, you're an unstoppable force of nature. Achievement titles: The Wee Warlord, Pint-Sized Politician, Arena's Smallest Smasher, Hero of Goldshire, and Lazy Peons. This is the one I want to do. The Vagrant's Endeavor. Live the simple life. You'll be forced to wear nothing but poor or common quality gear until you hit level 60. Enchanting items not allowed. Achievement title: The Wanderer. And a mule. Oh, you also get a mule to look around all your newly unlocked epics. That's pretty cool. achievement title Immortal for the hardcore. So we could do hardcore and a Vagrant's Endeavor, but the problem with that is, man, it's like if you do hardcore, you don't have access to the auction house, so you end up with just so much inventory crap. Your inventory gets really full. Oh, anyways, I'm really tired, so I hope you guys are having a good Saturday morning. I guess it is. And I will catch you all next time. But yeah, in a couple weeks, when the fresh server comes out, it looks like we'll be playing some Turtle WoW. It'll be pretty interesting. Catch you guys later, man. Peace out.